Hey folks, welcome back to Vert, the channel where a mid-40s Canadian guy with too many cookbooks tries to make sense of them one recipe at a time.
Okay. All right, welcome back to Vert to Ferk. This week the random draw was one of my favorite cookbook companies, which is America's Test Kitchen. And we're doing from the Perfect Cookie Cookbook. And we do a random draw inside. And what came up is Crunchy Granola Bars. So today we're going to make some crunchy granola bars. And fun fact, when I was getting the ingredients for this recipe, I have a gluten-sensitive person who lives in my house with me here, but I was kind of wondering what's the difference between regular oats and gluten-free oats that you see in the grocery store. And what I found out, there is no difference, that the rolled oats are naturally gluten-free. The gluten-free varieties you can buy in the store, like Bob Red Mills that I got here, it's just made in a gluten-safe environment, so there's no outside exposure to wheat and all that kind of stuff. So do with that as you may. I just thought it was really interesting, and let's get to try to make our own homemade granola bars. All right, so first off, we're going to start with about 7 cups of rolled oats, and what we're going to do is we're going to add some vegetable oil to the oats, followed by some salt. Now with recipes, I know I cook with kosher salt and there's table salt. Unless the recipe says to use otherwise, always use table salt. And then we're just gonna mix these guys up. All right, so we got our oats tossed in the oil and salt, and we're just gonna take an ungreased baking sheet, and we're gonna spread the oat mixture onto the baking sheet. We're gonna toss this into a 375-degree oven for roughly about 20 minutes or so, according to the recipe there. And what we're looking for is we're just kind of looking to toast this and get that nice kind of golden brown color. So I'll check back with you after this comes out of the oven and we'll see how we do. All right, and into the oven we go. All right, so while your stuff is in the oven cooking, we're gonna take another rim baking sheet, line it with foil, and then grease it with some cooking spray. All right, so we got a saucepan set up on medium. We're gonna toss in a good whack of the old diabetes. And we're gonna add...
Good morning. I'm Wilfred Brimley, and I'd like to talk to you for a few minutes about diabetes. Actually, about diabetes.
And we're gonna add a good shot of honey in here as well. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna cook this on medium heat until that sugar is nicely dissolved into the honey. And we just got to make sure we keep stirring these oats so nothing burns or gets too brown. And we're going to do this all the way through the 20 minutes or so. Oh, and as we can see here, the brown sugar is starting to buckle under the heat. And we're starting to liquefy. We're almost there. All right, so the sugar has fully liquefied, so that is off the heat. And now we got the vanilla. And we're going to use cinnamon for ours. And we're going to get that nicely incorporated there. Now we're just waiting for the oats to finish. All right. Now that we're done, we're turning the oven down to 300. And we're going to put these toasted oats back into the large bowl here and all over my floor.
Damn it.
God damn it! God damn it.
God damn it.
Or because, oh my God, okay, we got this. We've got our brown sugar and honey mix. And for this one, we're going to use peanuts. All right, we've got everything kind of mixed up. Now, that pan that we put foil on and spray, we're going to put this guy into here. Use your spatula to kind of move this around as much as possible, spread her out. And then we're going to use this guy to come along, and we're just going to press the mix down just to kind of really firm it up and just make sure everything is kind of super tight together. So when we bake it, we get nice bars that don't fall apart. Okay, this is going to go back into the oven 40 minutes or so at 300 now, and we're going to see what it looks like when it comes out. All right. All right, now that's out of the oven. We're going to let it cool for 15 minutes, and then we're going to try to cut this into bars and see what happens. All right, so we've cooled this sucker in the pan for about 15 minutes, and it's basically allowed this to become hard enough that we can try to cut this. Now, I could sit here and accurately measure that, but who's got time for that? Okay, so everything's cooled. We've made our cuts, and we have our granola bars. Quite a bit stiffer than a normal granola bar like you buy at the store. I would say just a little bit softer than like a brittle, but the brown sugar is coming out of it. It's not complicated, but this would be a really nice snack, actually. It's quite nice. So America's Test Kitchen, Crunchy Granola Bars. Thumbs up. Worked out really well.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more Cookbook Roulette adventures.